Toni Swanson is a quiet individual who let her play on the basketball floor do the talking. The result was loud enough to stand the test of time. Toni still ranks as the all-time leading rebounder in Whitworth women's basketball history, and its fourth leading scorer 40 years after she finished her Pirate career. Toni came to Whitworth in the fall of 1979 from the budding powerhouse at Auburn High School under legendary coach Dennis Olson. She was not highly recruited after sharing the floor with many talented players, including All-State honoree Dana Fish. But after opening a letter from Whitworth, Toni decided to pay a visit and fell in love with the campus and its people. She had made her decision. Toni joined the team at Whitworth and did not make a stellar first impression on her teammates. She was thought of as standoffish and aloof, perhaps because she had come from such a successful high school program. Teammate Sue Rudd, who was a junior when Toni arrived as a freshman, said, "Once you get to know Toni, you realize she's just shy. She would let her play do the talking for her." Even as a first year, Toni's size and presence helped her stand out. Teammate Kathy Carroll remembers, "Getting a 6-foot-tall player was a big step for us, and she was super competitive and used to winning. You could tell she was going to play right away." In her first season, Toni averaged more than 10 points and led the team with an average of 10.5 rebounds per game. Kathy Carroll, who went on to several years of coaching herself, recalls, "Toni had such good footwork and her positioning for rebounding was excellent. She was fundamentally sound. And she was durable." Over the next 3 seasons, Toni played in all 84 games in which the Pirates competed, never missing a start. Her best rebounding year was her sophomore season, when she averaged 10.7 boards per game. Her game really flourished under new head coach Marv Ainsworth during her senior season in 1982-83. Her scoring average soared to 18.5 points per contest. More than 40 years since she concluded her Whitworth career, Toni still holds the team record for career rebounds with 963. She scored 1,512 points, still the 4th highest total in team history. Sue Rudd says, "Toni knew how to use her height to her advantage." Kathy Carroll adds, "Toni had a really soft touch for a 6-footer." The accolades poured in. Toni was a 4-time All-Conference honoree. She earned All-Region her final 3 years and was a 2-time Honorable Mention All-American. However, Toni is remembered most as a great teammate. Sue Rudd recalls, "Even though she was one of our best players, you always knew that she supported you. She was very complimentary and always had your back." Kathy Carroll says, "Toni has a quiet but wicked sense of humor. I'm grateful we are still friends after all these years." Following the end of her playing career at Whitworth, Toni joined Ainsworth's staff for 1 season as an assistant coach. But Ainsworth knew her playing days should continue. Through some of his NBC basketball camp contacts, he arranged for Toni to play for a women's league in Australia. She played for the team in Newcastle, and in her first game there, she scored 22 points against Sutherland. Once her basketball playing days came to an end, Toni went back to school, got a degree as a surgical technician, an occupation she's had for more than 30 years. She works now in the field of labor and delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, for her quiet but tenacious play on the basketball floor, for the record-setting numbers she posted over a stellar 4-year career, and for her role as a teammate lifting up others, the Whitworth Heritage Gallery Selection Committee is proud to present for induction today, Toni Swanson.